Okay, so I recently figured out how to do some keyword research on Pinterest from watching one of Heather Ferris's videos. So I can link that in the description. So thank you, Heather, for all that you share on this topic of Pinterest marketing and using Pinterest to grow your business and bring more people to your website or whatever content that you've created. So I wanted to just do my own little video on how I learned how to use Pinterest trends to do some keyword research for my Pinterest marketing. I realized that I was using keywords on my Pinterest pins that nobody is searching. So once I learned how to look up what people are searching, I was able to go back in and change some of my pin descriptions and the board names and things like that. So in this video, I'm just going to do a screen share of how to do some keyword research using the Pinterest Trends tool, going back into Canva and making a pin with those keywords that you've researched, and modifying the board name to match those keywords, as well as making a Pinterest board cover. So this will be a 4-part video, and I hope that it's helpful for you. I also am in the health and fitness realm, so I also thought it would be good to share from that perspective as well, because those terms are a little less searched. So I hope this is helpful, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Okay. I wanted to do a little tutorial on using the Pinterest Trends tool. So you can just Google Pinterest Trends and then click on the link that comes up, and it will take you to your Pinterest account. And here you can see some of the popular trends this month, which this is January. So here I'll select top yearly trends, and then I'll go down to the keyword section and enter the keyword that I'm interested in seeing the search volume for that keyword. I'm a pelvic floor physical therapist, so I'm looking up pelvic floor, and pelvic floor exercise seems to be the most popular search term over the past year. So I clicked on that, and this is just going to show me the trend over the year. So as you can see, it's a pretty consistently searched topic. So this would be a good topic for me to write on year round. And this will mean that when I make a Pinterest pin, using the words pelvic floor exercise would be a good term to use. Underneath the graph, you'll also see some other keyword suggestions, so you can add these and compare. So I added in the pelvic floor exercise strengthen one, and it's also a pretty consistently searched term as well. Anything over that 20% line is an evergreen search term, but you can see that flat stomach diet plan was below that. So that might not be a very common searched term. So it wouldn't make sense to do a lot of pins with that keyword. Same with flat tummy diet that you see in orange. So I was just experimenting and adding these different keywords, and now I'm just taking them off and back to just my original pelvic floor exercise one. But now I'll go back to this Pinterest Trends tab and try some different keywords. So now I'm just looking up hypopressive exercise, and you can see that nothing came up for that term. So I'm learning that I've been pinning with certain keywords that aren't searched on Pinterest. So same with low pressure fitness. This is a new type of exercise I've been writing about, but I've been creating pins that say low pressure fitness or hypopressive training, and I can see that these are not searched. But the stomach vacuum exercise is a common search term. Well, it's not that common, it's actually pretty low on the graph, but it did come up, so people do search for that term. So I would be better off to make pins that say pelvic floor exercise or stomach vacuum technique versus hypopressive training or low pressure fitness training. Here I'm looking up postpartum, and some other keywords come up. So I clicked on postpartum workout, and you can see this is a really consistently searched term as well. So making some pins that say postpartum workout would be better for me to do than hypopressive training. And here I could add in C-section workout and see if that is a common search term. It does show up, but it's pretty low on the graph, so not super popular, but I could still make a pin or two that says C-section workout. So I went back up to the search just to look up a couple other terms, type in pelvic health, and I see that nothing comes up under pelvic health. So making a pin that says pelvic health would not be a very good pin to make because no one is searching that term. So with that information, I wanted to go to Canva to create a pin using those proper keywords. So I just create a new design and I enter Pinterest pin and I make that longer pin design. I name the pin using those keywords. I also added in low pressure fitness because I do think that will be a search term in the future, but I did want to start with pelvic floor exercise since that was a highly searched keyword. Now I'll just go in and create my pin. And I'll just be sure to add that keyword on the photo image. And then you can design it any way that you'd like. Early postpartum recovery was another search term that I found was highly searched. So I'm adding that on top of this pin as well. So maybe I might rank for 2 keywords in that case. Okay, so there's my pin. Now I'm just going to go to share and post it on Pinterest. So I'm going to schedule this one since I already posted several today. I'm going to select the channel that I now have named Pelvic Floor Exercise, and my title will also be Pelvic Floor Exercise. And I also added early postpartum recovery here. And then you want to make a great description that is 500 characters, and you want to add in those keywords as you can throughout the description, but you do want it to sound natural, not keyword stacking. You can also add in some other keywords that you know are commonly searched. I'm adding in 6-week wait period, which I found was searched often for that postpartum recovery. So I added that in here as well. And then of course, add a great link to some of the content you've created, either a blog post or a YouTube video that you want to share here. You could also link to your Instagram post, whatever is going to be beneficial for that post. And then you hit publish and it will go straight to your Pinterest and will go up whenever you have scheduled it. You can take a look at your content planner here so you can see your upcoming pins that you've scheduled. I'm also going to go back to my Pinterest and go to my boards and do a little editing on a couple of my boards based on those new keywords that I found to be more searchable. So you can see I have a lot of low pressure fitness type boards, which some of those I'm going to keep because like I said, I do think that those will be searched in the future. This is a newer type of exercise. So I'm going to keep some of them because I do think that I'll rank higher at some point once those are being searched. But I did want to change one of my boards to that pelvic floor exercise board since that is more commonly searched. I ended up choosing this board that was titled All Things Pelvic Floor, and I'm going to change this one to say Pelvic Floor Exercise. People aren't searching for all things pelvic floor, they're searching for pelvic floor exercise. So now I'm also going to write a great description that uses some of those keywords and also some other keywords that I may be including in this board since it will be covering pelvic floor health, pelvic health, and things like that. So now I'm going to go back to Canva and create a board cover for that new board name that I created. So this was the template that I had used for my other board covers. So I'll just go into this one and modify it to say pelvic floor exercise. Actually, it's pelvic floor exercises. So that's what I added here on this board. And then I can just go up and share it straight to Pinterest. So I'll share it to Pinterest to the board that I named pelvic floor exercises. Add in the appropriate title and a 500 character description with those keywords added in there throughout. And you want to treat this board cover like any other pin, so you want to link it to a nice resource that you have, if it's a YouTube video or a blog post, Instagram post, whatever you have that you'd like to share. This will be a clickable Pinterest pin, so you might as well link it to something that you have. Then you'll go back to Pinterest and go to that board to set the new board cover.